your 19 First Alert headlines.
Good morning, I'm Kelly Dobeck.
And I'm Shannon Smith here. The top stories our team is covering for you this morning before you head out the door. Starting with 19's Vic Gideon and breaking news that we've been following on an overnight hotel fire in Wickliffe.
2 people treated for smoke inhalation, but no one transported to the hospital after an early morning fire here in Wickliffe at the Green Ridge Hotel. It started at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Crews arrived quickly. After about 30 minutes, they were able to extinguish the blaze in an apartment on the 2nd floor. This is also an extended stay facility. 12 units were occupied at the time of the fire.
An Parma police chase ending in a violent crash in the city of Cleveland. We're told this started over a traffic offense. A second car that was not involved in that chase got caught up in this crash. This all happening just after 9 Thursday night at Pearl and Altoona roads. Several people were hurt in this. One woman now in serious condition with a broken pelvis. According to police, 2 men were arrested.
And an eviction gone horribly wrong in Euclid, leading to a SWAT team getting called in and leaving 1 man in the hospital. This happening just after 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon in the area of East 250th Street and DeVoe Avenue. Police say when they got to the scene, shots came from the home and officers returned fire. The standoff actually forcing buses in the area to delay drop-offs. When police finally entered the home, they found the man with a gunshot wound. No word on how he's doing. Some of the officers had minor injuries.
Today, there will be a press conference from the family members of Keyshawn Williams. That's the 15-year-old Cleveland boy who has not been seen in several months, not since June. There's still an active Amber Alert for Keyshawn. Now, the U.S. Marshals and an anonymous donor, they put up even more money, totaling more than $22,000 for any information that leads to the whereabouts of Keyshawn. 19 News will be at that press conference later today. We'll have that update for you. But if you have any information, you know anything about